there we go with the autofocus. If y'all think I'm tripping, I don't want you to think I'm tripping. I am. Oops, we don't want the pants falling down, do we? All right, bet. All right, cool. So I got the screen right here. That's why I'm looking up. Hopefully y'all can hear me pretty good. I'm gonna check and make sure you can hear me pretty good. See, I can come over here. I can be chilling over here, you know what I mean? I'll be chilling. But now, before I get started, I just want to check and make sure I'm on here live. Let me check my audio. So I'm going on Facebook real quick. One, two, three. Yeah, we good? Let me turn my audio up real quick. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we good? Let me turn my audio up real quick. And I can hear myself doubling right here, so. Okay. We share this, the pod. I would make this, I would say, call this Evening in the Pod. Not sure. There we go. Let me see here. I'll put my comments on just in case I see any comments. Any comments come up. But first of all, man, everybody that tuned in last week, I would really like to say thank you for going ahead and tuning in when Kano Phillips came last week, and it was last Thursday that he came, and we inaugurally sat right here in these two seats, and we had a good opening night. We just talked about what the pod had to offer and things like that. So I appreciate Kano Phillips coming last Thursday. And we kicked it right here, talking about the pod and talking about what the pod has to offer, not only for, the pod is we moving into a new era, and everybody's voice wants to be heard. So just basically just trying to give them an opportunity and a place and a space to be able to go ahead and do that. And that's what the pod is. I'm going to be reconfiguring my website, by the way. I'm going to be reconfiguring my website so you guys will be able to get more out of, I want you guys to be able to get as much as you possibly can out of this space. The ones that choose to be able to or want to use, this place and space. I want to be able to make sure that you got everything that you need here. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm reconfiguring the website to be able to go ahead and accommodate you. So be looking for some changes. I still have the diamond package, the spade package, which is the diamond is the top tier, the spade second tier, third tier is the clubs, and then I have the heart a la carte. I still have those, but I don't really quite feel like I'm giving you the best deal that you could possibly have. I'll be straight up with you. I'm thinking I can give you a little bit more. I think I can give you a little bit more, actually. I think I can give you a little bit more bang for your buck. So I'm going to be reconfiguring it this week and making the deals a little bit sweeter and better for you all around. If I look up, it's because I got a hookup up here. I got a TV right here, a monitor, or I have a small monitor, not a TV. That's my TV here. But right here is a monitor that helps you, like, say if you're doing your live stream or you're doing your podcast right here, you're able to look right up at this wall that right in front of me, and you're able to see your positioning on camera and good. So, we're working with 3 to 4 cameras or 5 cameras if need to be in here. We recording directly through Logic. Logic is a pro application audio for recording. Grammy Award artists use this, this program, or I'm using Reasons. So in between that, Reasons or Logic, going to be basically either using those two to record the voice and get the best, or EQing the voice or processing the voice at the same time. So yeah, there's some things that we probably didn't touch on during the time of last Thursday, but I'm gonna be bringing, like almost every other day, I'm gonna be coming just bringing content, more or less talking about the pod and what it has to offer. But this is a great place to be. I mean, honestly, it's a great place to be. It's a great place to be able to have your ideas form or whatnot. If you can sit back, and what I like about this is when somebody come here, even for a meeting, a business meeting, or just to talk about what they want to do, the atmosphere is just so welcoming, and it's cool and it's chill and it's relaxed, and people can get something out of coming here, And what I love about the building, the management of the building, whatever the case may be, the building management is very nice. So I thank them. So I had to talk to them and give them a call. They're going to be putting up my signage, which is not up yet. But outside of that, everything is completed and ready to go. So I really appreciate that with the building management. Again, it's 43700 Woodward Avenue, Suite 40, Bloomfield Hills. 43700 to all those. So I'm gonna be making the splash and talking about this all the time, every other day, coming and bringing along with content and packages. But what I wanted to talk about today is more or less not keeping you long, but I wanted to talk about the ins and outs of podcasting, like how can you do it, and why you want to have it in a professional setting, why you want to have it in a professional manner. So let me go ahead and scoot this up. Why you want to turn this up just a tad bit, bam, so you can see me. I think you'll be able to see me right here. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let me pull this up a little bit, just a tad bit more. Boom. All right, maybe I should have bring my slider. But the reason why you want to have, why you want to do something like a podcast or in a professional manner is because at the end of the day, it's all about perception. Perception is key. Like when you're doing stuff, how people impression of you is very important. You know what I'm saying? People impression of how you are and how you present yourself is very, very key. You only get one time to make a first impression a lot of times. A lot of times you don't get 2 and 3 and 4 or 5 times to make an impression. Your impressions is the first chance you come across somebody. So even when you're selling something or or a teacher, a lot of times think about it when your teacher, think about that teacher you had in high school or middle school, whatever, that teacher that you knew that you could run over. You found out the first day of school that you could run over that teacher. You found out the first day. I'm gonna roll this up just a tad bit. There we go. Then turn it down. Right, there we go. So that teacher that you knew, is that a little bit better? Okay. That teacher that you knew that you can get away with treating bad and talking too bad. That usually was the teacher you found out the first day of school that you can get over on them and you could talk to them any type of way, and you can just. And then you knew that teacher that was stern. You knew that teacher that ain't playing it. You found out that the first day of school that, hey, so-and-so is not to be played with, or so-and-so we can walk all over him, or you found out, and usually that's because of the first impression. And then first impression is very important. So I guess that's what I want to talk about, first impressions. First impressions is usually how you meet a person or how you meet an entity, or you come in contact. It's usually how you meet them is how usually the circumstance is. So you want to make sure that, when you making or presenting yourself to a company or to a new clientele or to some new people or some type of organization, you want to make sure that you put your best foot forward. And that's why, podcasting, or not even podcasting, you got to have some type of digital footprint if you're going to be having any type of business nowadays. Let me turn the light this way. Make sure it's on me. You got to make sure that you got some type of digital footprint There we go, light a little bit better. That people are going to be able to get what they need from you, all the information that they need, and it's coming off in a professional way. You know what I'm saying? It's coming across in a way that they feel like they can get some value from it. Because at the end of the day, we can all talk. Let's be honest. At the end of the day, we can all talk about how we want to help the community, but the only way you can help your community in a lot of ways is finances. And that's what I plan to bring to people that work with me. Working with me is an investment that will go ahead and double your money. That's the bottom line. I want to help my community. What is the best way I can help my community? Is by helping people produce and accelerate their chances and an opportunity to make money, which will help their family, which will help their community. You know what I'm saying? And then hence, we'll go ahead and create opportunities for other people. So that's what happened for me. People gave me an opportunity, hence made me an opportunity to get capital. Capital made my family life a little bit better. Also, and I was able to go ahead and create some type of opportunity for someone, even if it was just my sons, and a couple other folks. Nobody said you got to go save the world, you know what I'm saying? But if you have the opportunity to go ahead and create something, sustain yourself and create some capital and create some growth, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. So here at Effigy Media Arts, ThePod, this is what ThePod is all about, is trying to make whatever your entity, say it is, you just want to sit here and talk about basketball. Man, I'm going to tell you something. Like, I love Cameron and Mace. I'm glad they made up. I'm really glad that they made up. Put this back over here. I'm glad that Cameron and Mace made up. If anybody there in YouTube land, say hello. Anybody in Facebook land, say hello. But I'm glad that Cameron and Mace made up. But at the end of the day, they made up, and they made up, and they got a podcast right now, and it's a sports show. And now people are really considering it. The show only been out for like maybe roughly a month. Started off slow. They wasn't like doing it all, but they saw the steam and how much people really liked it and loved it and looking forward to hear from them and see them. Now they doing it like, I think, a couple times a week, and it's taking off. Like Revolt TV want to pick them up. Like the power of podcasting, or the power of the tongue, this is the new medium where you can go ahead and get straight to consumer. All you need is somebody that's going to give you a professional presentation. And that's what they got. Now with their podcast, think of a podcast that you might like, a video podcast that you might like. Video podcast. Think of something on YouTube like All the Smoke. People like that. Club Shay Shay. Because really that's all the new talk show. The new talk show is the video podcast at this point. That's all it is. But you have to present it in a way that is professional, that is sounding good. Not only that it's sounding good, people can depend on you to hear from you at a scheduled time. You know how you loved Oprah Winfrey show? Well, we knew every time and what day Oprah was coming on, and we knew when it was coming on, when it was going off. Every day, like clockwork. So you have to come, if you want to build an audience, you can do it here with consistency, professionalism, consistency once again, because it's not just an overnight thing. But we here willing to work with you. And like I said, I want to revamp the packages that I have right now. I want to go ahead and revamp them a little bit to be able to, go ahead and give you an opportunity to get more out of it. Because I think I can give you an opportunity or deals where I can give you more bang for your buck. And at the end of the day, that's why I want you to capitalize on what's available to you. So I got these things here. When you come in, most people, when you come in, I have these on my table. Make ideas happen. Effigy Media Arts. And whatever your idea is that's what can make it happen here in this space, in this place. So it's funny because I made these. This is so crazy. I made these pamphlets. How long ago? 6 years, 5, 6 years ago? You know, when you think things, here's the power of suggestion and the power of thought. I designed this pamphlet maybe 5 or 6 years ago, right? Got them printed out, and I put a couple of these certain places around the neighborhood and at different businesses. But you know what? I said, you know what? I'm gonna hold on to these pamphlets until I get my own place so I can put them on a table. And the power of what you think can take over you. If you think negative, if you think that if you automatically go to negative, that's where your mind is going to be, and you're going to have the outlook and you're going to react in a negative way. But if you think positive and longevity in the long run, then you react different. Yeah, you look at things different. Things that you think were bad actually could probably be, you know what I'm saying, good. So, but I had no place to really put these pamphlets, but I gave out a couple. But I said, you know what? I ain't going to just throw them all out and give them to people because they're not going to appreciate it. I knew it. They're not going to appreciate it. Sometimes, you know, people just don't appreciate what you give them when you don't have too much. It don't look like you have much. So I said, you know, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wait until I have my place. I didn't know when and didn't know how it was going to happen. But lo and behold, we have ThePod. The multimedia studio. So now I said, you know what, let me break these out. And I broke them out and put a couple on the table, and they look mighty nice. So when you come here, you'll be able to go ahead and pick up one of these pamphlets. And it's crazy because I got my services and prices here. Prices is probably a 6-year-old prices though, you know what I mean? But I'm looking at these prices, they ain't half bad. Because I ain't been charging folks this, you know what I'm saying? Like I was kind of liberal with my pricing back there. But yeah, I had the Cine and Video pack, the Cine and Video service, live streaming service, air drone video and photography service, web design service. I had the event photography service, audio engineering service, the logo design service, multimedia consultation service, computer upgrade repair service. Now, I narrowed this down. Because one thing my cousin told me, he looked at the pamphlet a long time ago, and he was like, hey, bro, what do you do? It looked like you kind of do everything. And what I found out, I was trying to do everything. And I didn't have success trying to do everything. So what I did is I was like, you know what, let me just cut it down to what it is that I really like to do and monetize that portion. So what I stuck to is the videography, the Cine videography, live streaming, of course, in the drone. I got away from the web design, event photography. I don't handle those. Audio engineering, yes. I mean, I'm picking the audio engineering back up because I knew how to do it and know how to do it. It's just that now with this space, I can go ahead and we can utilize audio engineering here because that's basically what we're doing when we're doing podcasting. We're doing live audio engineering. You can come here and do voiceovers, anything. So we got the Cine video, we got the live streaming, we got the drone, audio engineering, and the multimedia consultation is actually like, you know, automatic. That's just like telling people or going along with, you know, what it is that they want to do and the best way to approach it on what they want to do. Computer upgrade and repair, I got away from that stuff. I got away from the computer. I still do it on my own. Hey, Miss Mary Kay. I'll put that on the screen. But so I kind of got away from, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got away from 4 services, okay? I got away from 4 services because I was just doing so much, you know, and it was just like, it wasn't making sense. It was too much. It was too much to really kind of, you can be what they say, a jack of all trades, a master of none, and that's what I found myself being. So I honed my skills, and I basically keened in on the videography, in which then, the live streaming and videography goes hand in hand, really. So that's really almost one service if I really look at it for me. The drone, that's a service that's unique, but I started doing drone service probably around 7 years ago. I like to say, really, and it's true, I was probably one of the first guys, or the first guy in the area that had a drone, and really, that's how my whole business started. It started with a Mavic Pro 7 or 8 years ago when I was working at my last place of real employment as far as a job, 9 to 5. I bought the drone, and I said, I'm going to start me a drone business, and I started the business centered around my drone. But I think I was a little bit ahead of the time because people didn't know about it when I tried to, but I caught my break with the Oakland Press, so I like to really thank Oakland Press. But I beat down the door. I really just really bugged them until they gave me opportunity. But I built my business around the drone, and from there, things started to happen. And then I just found the niche, which was, it was hand in hand. And then the live streaming came. So I narrowed down a lot of stuff, but I kept this, and I said, you know what, when we get this place, or whenever this place comes about in fruition, we're gonna go ahead and, put these out. So that's what we did, or that's what I'm doing. So when you come in here, you'll be able to, go ahead and get a pamphlet if you like, a little card sitting there. Right here off the screen, you can't really tell, it's a little couch. Like I said, it's a nice little, this is a good place to be able to gather your thoughts and be creative and think about what you want to do. And then we go ahead and do it. We knock it out on screen. As you see, I'm using one of the cameras right now. This what you see over here is, so I'm gonna go through the selection of cameras. I know that you probably really don't, but they are 4K cameras. And here's the thing, when you live streaming, a lot of times, you're not gonna be really live streaming in 4K. Nobody's really watching live streams in 4K. So they're usually watching live streams in 720p or 1080p. So that's usually what it is, 1080 or 720. As far as live stream. Podcasts can be filmed in 4K. So it depends on how you really wanna do it. Because that's how I'm gonna repackage things for you guys so you can get more out of it. But we dealing with high grade cameras here. Again, audio going directly from here, straight into the mixer, straight into the computer, getting great audio processing, compressor, maximizers, limiters, echo and reverb cancellation, and noise gate where everything going to sound radio grade. That's what I want things to sound for you who comes here. I want it to be radio grade. Also, when you leave here, depending on what package or how the discussion was leading to up and afterwards, that you can have your file like dang near almost immediately. Say a lot of times, because podcast is usually an audio thing. In the beginning, that's what it started out as. I keep looking at the screen up there, but should be looking here. Podcast was a audio thing, in the beginning. And with it being audio, that's why you got iTunes and iHeart. You can go ahead on your phone, and even on your iPhone, you will see podcasts. It's you'll see podcasts or iTunes, and you can sit there and listen. So a lot of iPads, or not iPads, a lot of podcasts are audio, just audio. So say if you just wanted an audio podcast, you could do that. If you didn't want to be on screen, you know what? And I get you. Sometimes I want to be on screen and sometimes I don't, So, but you can still come here and just get regular, audio if you want to. Just a regular audio podcast can sit here, you and your buddies, whatever. And that podcast, say you came in here at 6, you had an hour and a half slot. Y'all did your hookup, y'all did your show. By the time you get into the car, you will have your podcast on MP3, emailed to your phone. You can listen to it on the way home. It won't take no more than, after that show was done, to process what you just did. If there's some type of, can give you a raw file of it immediately. You know what I'm saying? So by the time you getting in the car, leaving here, you will have an MP3 in your mailbox from your phone. Look it up on your phone, click the MP3. If you got Bluetooth or auxiliary cord, however you do it with your phone, listen to it on the way to the crib, to the house. That's how fast and efficient and professional we want to be. So if you just want that, you know, for churches, Bible study. So I'm gonna be coming every day, every other day, and I'm gonna be talking about all that we offer, because this is very, very important. Very, very important. I want a lot of people and also to understand with FG Media Arts, nothing is going to lack. I'm still going to be putting as much in a lot of effort into the thing that got me here, which was doing the videos and, you know, promotionals and things like that. I'm still going to do a lot and do that and concentrate on that. That's what got me here. So I'm still going to put a lot of effort and do all that it's supposed to be and can be done. Hold on one second here. Hold on one second. I'm still going to put a lot of effort and do a lot of stuff that should be done. That's what you get for drinking coffee all the time. Got a little bit on the desk here and a little bit on the phone. And we keep, also another thing, we keep it clean here too. We keep it clean. Smelling good. Smelling good. Deodorized. We keep it deodorized, we keep it fresh, we keep it smelling good and looking good in here. You look good, you smell good, you smell good. Like Dion said, you play good, you do good, you know. We make sure that we keep everything, especially, we still in COVID. I know a lot of people don't think we are, but we still in COVID, you know what I'm saying? So we keep things disinfected, keep the microphones, the headphones disinfected. Somebody wears them. Wears the headphones and stuff like that. We make sure that they're clean. We make sure that they're clean after someone wears them or after whatever they're used. We don't mess around with that. Keep everything clean. All right. We keep the tables clean. We keep the everything clean and smelling good in here. It's very vitally important to me. Number one, because we all got families and none of us want to be sick. So I make sure everything stays disinfected. And here we have an air purifier. And if a lot of guys, if you don't know what air purifier is, an air purifier is to make sure that the air is fresh, that the impurities in the air, bacteria and viruses get sucked in through this little thing that I have, cleans the air and, you know, pushes it back out. So you always got fresh air up in here. Then we have an air purifier over here that just go ahead and just constantly, I always constantly keep that running. It keeps the air moist, like a nice humidity within the room. When I say humidity, not meaning sticky and nothing like that, but the humidity meaning, you know, you got some type of moisture, a cool moisture in the air. Then we have a small fan over here that'll move that air around in here. And sometimes you get 4, 5, 6 people around the table and they start to talking and adrenaline going and the breath get the moving around, you know what I'm saying? It can warm up, you know what I'm saying? So we got to keep it fresh and we got to keep that air moving around up in here. We have a small fan that can really kick up when we need to. And not only that, we also got a little small heater also. If it get a little chilly in here, we can push it up a little bit. But we're in the lower level of the building, which is the great thing. And during the summer heat, you know, we all know that the lower level is always the coolest because heat, what does heat do? Rise. And that's what we bring in. That's what we bring in with the pod. Heat. That's what we bring in with the pod. We bring in that heat. And that heat rises, you know what I mean? And, you know, everything that's, you know, anything other than that is like they say in that old Nike commercial with Charles Barkley. Anything else is uncivilized, you know? So, man, I'm just I'm just, like I say, I'm super excited. I'm so excited every time I walk into this, space. Super excited every time I walk into this space because, let me make sure my little notepad here. I take notes and I make plans on this thing. But let me wipe the side of this couch here. I love coming to this space because this space is so comfortable, number one. But on top of that, it being comfortable, it represents a long, hard road. People don't know, like, 7 years ago, I started really doing this, but really officially, F&G Media Arts is really 10 years old. I've been made F&G Media Arts a business. It's just that I haven't, quote unquote, and yeah, F&G Media Arts was making money, but not none, like, for real. Like when I was first starting, like the first year, I had F&G Media Arts registered, I had the DBA and all that. I was doing little gigs here and there, but it wasn't nothing significant, but it was a lot of stuff just to get my feet wet because I didn't know what I was doing. You learn as you go. But officially, like, things didn't really kick off until, 7 years ago, roughly, 7 years ago. But it's been really 10 years for F&G Media Arts. It was just, it just wasn't making any noise for a couple of years. So, but it took me a while. And like some things and all things, they just take a while. You just stick with them, you get to it, and you get to it. But yeah, like I said, I like to keep it nice and then at the same time, I want to keep things quaint. I don't want to overcrowd them and overdo them. So this space is good. It's very conducive to being able to be creative, but I didn't want to overcrowd it. I didn't want to oversaturate it. Sometimes by doing too much, you could do one thing extra right here, one thing extra right here. It can be too much. It can throw off the whole rhythm. So I wanted to make sure there's a right, and that's another reason why I'm always loving to be here, because I'm here and I'm seeing something that's out of place. Okay, that don't need to be in here. That's taking up space, or this is not a need. You know what I'm saying? It's, so I'm not crowding. We're not crowding things in here. You have room to think a little bit. So yeah, that's, I'm here making sure I'm trying to perfect not only the look, but the sound and the look, the sound, and the feel, the spirit, the soul of this place. I want this place to have a soul of its own, So yeah, the lighting, as you see, we have we're working with 3 panels. I put 3 panel lights in here. We have that amber light that's up top, but we don't use that. I like to use the panels, which is giving me basically daylight type of, which is the best light to film, the daylight type of. So we got 3 panels, and we got a softbox here. That's all you really need in this room. A couple of lamps, some ambient, but you don't need much. Then we use the reflector here also to bounce light on whatever the subject is or whatever. And the reason why you want to use panel lights, and you always want to have a place, as far as when there's a podcast, y'all really want to go to an environment that has controlled lighting. Controlled lighting is very, very, very important. Controlled lighting is very, very important for any type of filming, any type of show dynamic, because when you're able to control the lighting, you're able to control the feel. You're able to control the feel of the, you're able to control the feel of the atmosphere. So with here, that's what I want to do. I want, if the person who's here and they want to do the show or however they want to do it, if they say, hey, I want a purple feel, I want a purple background, then what I could say, if that's what you really want, I want it to feel bluey, I want it to feel a certain type of way. I say, okay, cool, let's do it. Now you see I'm in that blue. Let's control the light. Let's control that light. Now we got that blue feel. You know what I'm saying? Now we can maybe throw a little accent of purple or whatever. You know what I'm saying? A little purple. Throw some different look in there. You see what I'm saying? Now we got that different look. We got that different feel. This overhead is more or less, I have to, I'm thinking about putting 2 up here, but this is always really off screen anyway. But this is more or less of a hair light. So a person sitting at the table, all it does is more or less accentuate the person that's sitting here. It gives them it breaks up the background, which is not much, but it makes the light coming from above is giving you a glow, more or less a separation for you. So it's very important to be able to control your light. You know what I mean? Very, very, very important. I've just got a message. And I'll let you guys know since I'm on here, and this is what the message I got. Guys, I am selling a M1. This is what, yeah, I'm gonna sell it. I was gonna keep it, but I'm gonna sell it. I have a M1 Mac Mini for sale, 16 gigabytes, 1 terabyte hard drive. Used it to do many and all my projects for the last 2 years. I got it in 2020. I keep my stuff immaculate. Like nobody, you know what I mean? Like everything that I have works, and it works the way that it's supposed to. So put that up for sale. If you guys are interested in a computer, you let me know. What M1 Mac Mini. Performs flawlessly. I babied it. Also, I have the hub that goes. I bought a hub that goes with it, where you can put an external hard drive in it, extra ports and stuff like that. That's like an extra $100 that I spent for that. And yeah, so I got it. If you're interested, you let me know. I'll give you the details, but I'm selling it for $1,050. $1,050. So a guy just hit me up with that. I gotta, you know what I mean? I'm always. Oh man, this is my boy, man. Oh yeah, yeah, bro. But anyhow, selling it for $150. So if anybody interested in it, let me know. Let me know. We can make a deal. But yeah, so this is you know, this is what let me see. Hold on 1 second. Cool. Bet. Facebook giving me tips for how to sell my stuff. So I appreciate that, Facebook. But yeah, man, at the end of the day, I'd just like to say thank you all for going ahead and last week, you know, punching in last Thursday, watching the live stream. I really appreciated that. Hope you got something out of it. But every other day I'm going to be coming. So not only that on Facebook, but, you know, people that's out there in the world of YouTube. Let me put this light back to where it was. There we go. The YouTube world, all my, you know, people out there on the YouTube world, thanks for tuning in also last week, to be able to, you know, come check your boy out. And if you're in the Metro Detroit area, come to me. I got you covered, man. This is something that's very important to me, but it's not only, I'm passionate about it, so that's, you know, that way you know that you're gonna get a high quality, a high, you know, a high standard product. That's how important it is to me to make sure things are done and done right, and you satisfied, and we both get something out of it. I don't like doing anything I'm not getting nothing out of. Got to get something out of it. Hold on, let me push this down. Got to get something out of it, and I want you to get something out of it. I want you to get something. I want you to be happy. I want you to be happy with what you spent your money on. You know what I'm saying? So, and I want you to be happy with what you did or what you spent your money on. I want you to feel like you got something out of the situation. I want you to feel like, you want to come back and you want to continue to build on your brand, but you want to continue to do it here at FG Media Arts Media Studio, ThePod per se, quote unquote. And, but I love it. I love it. I'm telling you, man, I love it. I can't say it enough. I love it. It's been, excuse me, but yeah, I just been, you know how sleep is when you really trying to figure out and do something that's, you're always trying to figure out how to, so you ain't sleeping like you should or whatever, or you're always thinking about, and I'm always thinking about how I can improve and make things better, not for myself, but, everybody that I work with. So yeah, man, with that said, I'm gonna let y'all go for today, and I might be coming back tomorrow here from ThePod. Please reach out to me if you need me. That's 248-818-3786, 248-818-3786. Not only that, EffIgy.images.com. That's EFFIGY images, IMAGES.com. That's EffIgyImages.com. Okay? Email effigy.images@gmail.com. That's effigy.images@gmail.com. So yeah, reach out to me if you need or want anything concerning what I do and expertise in, and I'll be probably coming back to you and holler at you guys tomorrow. I really, really, really appreciate you in advance. All right. Keep God first, family second, you third, and in that order you should never be made last, because the last is always made what? First. Live by it. One love, one love. You're lucky just to have just one love. One.